Okay, today we're doing some koi fish. I'm starting out with the basic shape, making the grid system for my scales, doing my fins, sketching out the other one, going one up, one down for you guys here. Make sure you get all the fins in the right position. Climbing up, usually you got the fins going up. Coming down, you got them kind of streamlined behind. You can do either or. Putting in some waves here, just kind of roughing out where I want them to be, how I want them to overlap. Throwing in some cherry blossoms. Now doing some outlining, starting with some thin lines here for the scales, and little thicker lines for the outside of the body. Getting all the water in there. Getting all the sakura, the cherry blossoms all outlined, and a few loose petals here and there. Getting in there with all the thin lines on the fins. Don't forget the fins on the underside of the body. A lot of people miss out on those ones. So now we're doing the background. Usually I like to start with some black for the background, especially when I'm tattooing. I do all my black shading first. And I know there's going to be black behind the waves, especially right where the finger waves are, because that's the highest contrast area. So you got black next to white that way, you know. So that's a good starting point if you're ever wondering where to put your blacks. Yeah, like I say, I like to start with all my blacks, kind of loosely get it all in there. You usually don't want to put two black stripes in a row. You kind of want to alternate them. That's sort of a rule of thumb. Usually the black is the deepest area, and the light sort of sits on top. So yeah, usually after I'm done my blacks, I do all my light gray shading, and then when I'm done with my light gray shading, I go into my medium tones, which is what I'm doing here. And then you can blend your medium into your dark, and you can blend your medium into your light. Yeah, I mean, you can tweak these things a little bit as you go. I'm using Procreate here, so you can use an eraser, you can lighten things up. I'm kind of going loose with all this stuff because I'm going in with a smudge tool later. I mean, I do prefer doing this on paper with a paintbrush, on washi paper, but this is just easier to talk about doing a time-lapse for you guys. Anyway, smudging over a few things here. I'm gonna go back in and erase, so I'm not too worried about going over any lines here. So you wouldn't want to do that when you're doing watercolor, obviously, unless you have some kind of a gum medium that you can peel off. But yeah, this is doing a bit of smudging, and then I going in now with the eraser tool. I made sure to lighten up the layer so I can see my edges, and now I'm doing some solid fills, using the eraser tool to get my highlights, using some browns to get my kind of spots on the fish and everything like that. Now I'm going in with the eraser tool again, and I'm outlining each scale one by one. And it's much easier than just painting each scale in this program anyway. If I'm painting it, I paint it scale by scale, of course. Getting all the cherry blossoms. I'm not even using any green in this one. I just used the brown to give the illusion of green in the leaves of the cherry blossoms. And now I'm just kind of going back in with a few more dark areas with an airbrush tool, and yeah. That's it. That's how you do koi fish, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment below what you want to see me do next, and I will definitely do it. Okay, thanks, guys.